Magic in Harry Potter is not limited to what characters cast on screen or on page. Throughout the series, clues point to deeper enchantments, ancient spells that operate behind the scenes, never fully explained. These hidden spells, once pieced together, reveal a world far more mysterious and powerful. 1. Memory Rift. One of the most intriguing hidden spells suggested by the series is a deeper, more potent form of memory manipulation, far beyond what Obliviate can achieve. Fans often speculate that this spell could remove not just memories, but the emotional weight and identity tied to them. Subtle references to memory gaps and unexplainable shifts in character behavior hint at something far stronger operating beneath the surface. If such a spell exists, it unlocks a chilling possibility. Entire histories could have been quietly rewritten without anyone noticing. This transforms the wizarding world into a place where truth is fragile and where certain secrets might never have been remembered in the first place. It casts a new shadow over every moment involving the Ministry, Dumbledore, or dark wizards who would benefit from altered reality. 2. Soul Echo. There are moments in the story where emotional or spiritual energy lingers long after magic has ended, suggesting a spell capable of leaving behind echoes of a person's essence. Fans discuss this possibility because of the way certain locations, objects, and memories seem to hold emotional weight beyond normal enchantments. These lingering impressions feel like the result of a hidden spell designed to preserve a fragment of someone's presence. If real, this spell would redefine how magic interacts with the soul. It could explain why certain areas of Hogwarts feel charged with history, or why objects connected to loved ones evoke powerful responses. It shifts magic from something external to something deeply intertwined with human emotion and identity. 3rd Void Step. The series hints at brief, unexplained movements that look like more than simple apparition, something faster, quieter, and far more controlled. Fans speculate that elite wizards, especially those trained in ancient magic, may know a spell allowing them to shift through space in a way that bypasses apparitions' loud cracks and limitations. These almost invisible movements appear in duels involving masters like Dumbledore and Voldemort. If this hidden spell exists, it changes how we view wizarding duels entirely. It suggests a tier of magical movement reserved only for those with immense skill and arcane knowledge. In turn, this makes battles far more layered and dangerous than previously understood. 4. Blood Bind. Blood magic appears in the series through powerful rituals, but hints suggest the existence of a more subtle spell capable of binding two individuals in ways deeper than ordinary enchantments. Fans notice patterns where certain relationships, familial or otherwise, seem bound by forces characters never fully explain. These connections imply a hidden spell rooted in ancient bloodlines. If Bloodbind truly exists, it means many alliances, protections, and betrayals in the wizarding world took place under the influence of powerful ancestral magic. It alters our understanding of loyalty, sacrifice, and the unseen ties driving major events throughout the series. 5. Shadow Cloak. Moments where characters seem to vanish into darkness without using disillusionment or the invisibility cloak suggest a spell that manipulates shadows themselves. Fans speculate about this spell due to scenes where certain witches and wizards blend into the dark with unnatural smoothness, disappearing even when normal invisibility magic wouldn't suffice. This hidden spell would fundamentally shift how stealth works in the wizarding world. Instead of bending light, it would manipulate shadow, creating a form of concealment tied to the environment rather than personal magic. It adds a dangerous and elegant tool for spies, auras, and dark wizards alike. 6. Heartstrike. Several scenes imply the existence of a silent, devastating spell capable of attacking emotions or willpower directly. Unlike the Cruciatus or Imperius curses, this spell wouldn't control or torture. It would break something inside a person, weakening resolve or fracturing courage. Fans theorize this spell explains sudden emotional collapses seen in moments where no visible enchantment is cast. If this spell is real, it adds a terrifying dimension to wizarding combat. Fights become more psychological, where inner strength matters as much as magical skill. It suggests that some victories and defeats in the series may have been influenced by unseen emotional strikes. 7. Fate Thread. There are moments in the wizarding world where events align too perfectly, almost as if guided by an invisible force. Fans often wonder whether an ancient spell exists that subtly tugs at destiny, shaping coincidences into inevitabilities. Threads of fate appear hinted through prophecies, powerful emotions, and the strange sense of timing that surrounds characters like Harry, Snape, or even Voldemort. If this spell exists, it means some turning points in the story weren't random at all. They were gently nudged by magic too old and too subtle to recognize. This makes the wizarding world feel even more interconnected, shifting every major choice into something influenced by a quiet, guiding enchantment. The story becomes not just one of battles and wands, but of destiny woven through magic. 8. Dreamwalk. The series gives glimpses of visions and dream connections that feel far more advanced than legilimency, hinting at a hidden spell allowing one wizard to step into another's dreams. Fans often connect this theory to the way Harry and Voldemort share visions that feel too vivid and too directed to be mere magical accidents. The dream realm begins to look like a battlefield of its own. If such a spell is real, it redefines the nature of privacy, fear, and vulnerability in the wizarding world. Battles could take place silently during sleep, shaping decisions and emotions long before dawn. It suggests that some of the darkest influences in the series may have occurred in dreams, unseen by anyone but the victim. 9. Life Weave. Throughout the series, there are subtle hints that certain powerful witches and wizards possess a spell or ability that ties life energy together, strengthening allies or quietly protecting them from harm. Fans theorize this spell explains moments where characters survive situations that should have been fatal, or where bonds between friends seem to manifest as literal protection. If Life Weave exists, it means magic can link spirits in ways deeper than loyalty or friendship. It transforms the idea of unity in battle into a magical force, suggesting that some victories were won not just through strength, but through connections woven by ancient spells passed down through generations. 10. Spirit Mark. Several magical phenomena imply the existence of a spell that leaves an invisible mark on the soul, one that binds a person to an object, a place, or even another wizard. Fans see echoes of this in how Horcruxes interact with their creators, but also in gentler bonds that seem to persist beyond physical limitations. This hidden magic creates a bridge between essence and physical reality. If this spell truly exists, it reveals a world where identity can transcend the body and linger in traces that guide or haunt the living. It adds a mystical dimension to the wizarding world, where memories, emotions, and even intentions can leave imprints far deeper than simple magic allows. 11. Ember Touch. In rare moments, characters ignite or extinguish magical energy with a simple touch, something never fully explained in standard spell theory. Fans believe this could be a hidden spell tied to elemental magic, allowing a wizard to activate or suppress energy through direct contact. It appears subtly in scenes involving cursed objects, heated emotions, or sudden bursts of magic without wands. If Ember Touch is real, it introduces a raw, primal form of magic that predates modern incantations. Wizards capable of it would hold a dangerous edge, bridging the gap between one-crafted spells and elemental instinct. It adds a feral unpredictability to combat and magical artifacts alike. 12th Final Word. Some fans theorize a spell exists that carries absolute finality, a verbal enchantment capable of sealing fates, ending spells, or closing magical paths forever. This idea emerges from moments where spoken words seem to alter the direction of events far more than normal magic should allow. It feels like a forgotten branch of ancient speech-based magic that lingers in rare, powerful moments. If such a spell exists, it means the wizarding world contains a form of magic bound to truth, will, and spoken intent. Magic capable of changing everything with a single utterance. This transforms conversations, promises, and confrontations into battles of their own, where every word holds power beyond emotion. Once these hidden spells are considered, the wizarding world expands into something deeper and more mysterious than the spells taught at Hogwarts. Magic becomes not just a tool, but a living force, shaped by emotion, bound to fate, and fueled by ancient knowledge only a few ever glimpse. These unseen enchantments reveal a world where every shadow, dream, and whispered word might carry untold power. Share which spell fascinated you most in the comments and hit the like button so more fans can uncover these mysteries too.